If you've clicked on this video, I take it you're in the market for your first camera to shoot video, as your phone's not quite cutting it anymore. Let's get rid of that. I know it looks overwhelming when you're looking at the B&H website, as there's so much choice when it comes to video cameras. But that's a good thing, because it's made brands pack incredible features into all of their models, which allows everyone from beginners to pros to benefit from these amazing pieces of tech. Chances are you're not looking to break the bank as well, as this is your first camera, so that's where brands have created these amazing things, entry-level cameras. The first thing you're probably wondering is, what can a camera do that a phone can't? And that's a fair question, especially with how good phone cameras are getting these days. But what a camera can do is give you so much more control over your image. It offers things like motion blur, better low light performance, access to lenses and focal ranges without digitally zooming, and the main thing is the sensor will be bigger than your phone camera. Beginner cameras have smaller sensors than their full frame big brothers, so that means they're less expensive and smaller. In turn, this means that the lenses for these cameras are smaller, since they don't need to cover as big of a sensor. But before we get into lenses, let's look at what some of your favorite brands have to offer in the world of entry-level camera bodies. Now, you'll have specific needs depending on what you're filming, so be sure to make a checklist of what you need to find the perfect camera for you. For example, do you need a flip-out screen for vlogging? Do you need in-body stabilization if you're going to be out on the move? Is audio really important, and you want a camera that can deliver straight out of the box? All of these things are really important to know before you start looking into buying your first camera. Starting off, we have the most affordable entry-level cameras from each brand with some good video features. We have the Canon R50, the Sony ZV-E10, the Nikon Z30, and the Fuji X-M5. All these cameras shoot in 4K and have features for the beginner in mind. For example, the ZV-E10 has the background defocus button, so you can blur your background to get a more professional look without having to know how to manually do that. This is fully auto, defocus on. And then this is a clear background, we can see more of the background. The ZV-E10, Z30, and the R50 have a flip-out screen so you can vlog and make sure that you're framed correctly. And this will be a massive upgrade from your phone's front-facing camera. The Canon R50 also has a demo mode. When you lift an object up to your face, it will draw focus onto any object you put there, and then back to your face when you move it away from the lens, without you having to touch the focus. This will massively boost the production of your videos without you having to know too much about how the camera is doing all of this. Like the ZV-E10, the Nikon Z30 has great camera stereo microphones, so you can get better quality audio than most cameras out of the box. Okay, so now I'm in the park. I'm in the outside world. We're in full auto, both video settings and audio settings, and this is just a scratch audio. Now this is great, but as a pro tip, I would always recommend buying an external mic. Even as something as small as the Rode Video Micro 2. This will make your audio sound so much better. So now I've attached the Rode NTG. We're still in auto audio level recording and auto picture profile. This looks pretty good. I'm at 16mm, the camera's doing all the work, and we're in a nice beautiful day in the park, so obviously, I think this sounds a lot better, it's a lot more fuller. But what do you think? Let me know down below. Which you prefer, the on-camera mic or with the Rode NTG? Remember, people can watch a video with a bad quality image and good audio, but if you have bad audio, no matter how good the image looks, they're turning it off faster than you can say subscribe. And speaking of fantastic images, the FUJIFILM X-M5 can use the FUJIFILM film simulations to essentially get a better version of an Instagram filter baked into the footage to create a unique stylized look by just turning this dial. We also have a vlog mode, so the camera works to put your settings in the best possible mode, so you can just press record and you're ready to go. This is Real Ace. This is one of the newer simulations and it's proved really popular amongst all ranges of Fuji shooters. This is the classic chrome film simulation profile, so a slightly different vibe, a lot less contrasty, a lot more muted tones. And finally, we have a black and white filter here. This just shows there's so many different looks for everyone out there to get the look that you want. If you want to spend a little bit more money on your camera, I can't recommend the ZV-E10 Mark II enough. This has the same sensor as Sony's APS-C flagship, the A6700, and the entry Cineline camera, the FX30. But it has amazing features designed to get you shooting straight out of the box. The best one for video is creative vlog mode. This gives you essentially those Instagram filters similar to the FUJIFILM, but in S-Cinetone, so it's designed to look cinematic and fantastic straight out of the box. You don't have to do any color correcting. The Canon R7 is a bit of a step up from the R50 for many reasons. It can shoot in higher frame rates for slow motion video, up to 2.5 times slower than normal speed. It has dual card slots, which means you can back up your videos in camera, which is fantastic. It can also shoot this thing called log. This is a professional setting that really maximizes the potential of the color information in your image. Chances are you don't really need this right now, but if you're looking to take this a step further in the future, this is great for future proofing and you can save yourself from upgrading your camera body sooner. Now we've covered cameras, we need to move on to the most important thing next, lenses. Like I mentioned before, they're smaller and cheaper than full-frame lenses, making it easier for you to be a run-and-gun filmmaker with a lot more options while not breaking the bank in the process. If you're a vlogger, you'll probably be wanting something like this, the Sony 10 to 20mm, as it's really wide and you can show all of your background and you can still punch in when you need to. For something like sports, you probably need something like the Canon 18 to 150, as this is a one-and-done lens. You can get wide establishing shots of where you're shooting, and then you can get close-ups of the action all the way in at 150. Oh, one last pro tip for vloggers before I forget, I recommend getting a little handheld tripod like this to add a little bit of further reach so you can frame yourself better, and it'll add more stabilization when you're on the move. So that is a little introduction into the world of entry-level cameras for video. These are truly amazing cameras that can really wow your friends and family, as they're a huge step up from that phone camera of yours. But tell me, is there anything else you'd like to know about these cameras? And what camera is on your wish list on the B&H website to get next? Let me know in the comments down below, but in the meantime, I've been Matt, and thanks for watching.